industry. But I'm really excited tonight because tonight my friend Mike has come on and he's going to do a presentation all about the incredible brand new innovative product called Wunderhaus, which I hope I'm pronouncing correctly.
Wunderhaus.
Wunderhaus. And my only request is, any questions, please pop them into the chat. And at the end, I'll read them out to Mike and you'll get a chance for them to be answered. So yeah, that's my only request. And I'm going to hand over now to Mike to do his intro and start his very exciting presentation.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. I'll just share my screen and we'll crack on. The presentation is around 15-20 minutes long. So it's not too long, not too much of your time, but yeah, feel free to put in some questions into the chat and I'll do my best to answer them at the end. Okay, so here we go, Wunderhaus. So firstly, who am I? So my name is Mike Collins. I'm the executive sales agent for Wunderhaus, also director of Stag Valley Property, which is my property development company, and Stag Valley Sales, which is my estate agency that I run under the very expansive wing of Keller Williams. You can find me on pretty much all of the mainstream social media channels. So I'll start off by doing a little page on Nico. So Nico Wrench is the founder and managing director of Wunderhaus since its incorporation in 2018. He's schooled in architecture in Geneva, Switzerland, and is an internationally renowned architectural designer with a wealth of experience in high-end commercial and residential construction in the UK and abroad. His work is acclaimed internationally and has been featured in numerous publications. After more than 20 years of designing outstanding properties for billionaires throughout the world, Nico felt strongly that there was a distinct lack of high-quality architectural design at an affordable level in the current UK housing market. Also, despite the building industry's lip service to environmentally friendly, energy-efficient houses, there were virtually no products matching these attributes on the market. With the onerous challenge of creating a product that truly delivers on these promises, Nico took the bold decision at the beginning of 2018 to move away from his previous business model and instead to concentrate exclusively on researching, designing, and developing an architecturally outstanding housing product with the right energy performance and environmental credentials. He came up with the Wunderhaus. So, despite its cutting-edge contemporary appearance, the Wunderhaus's form, size, and proportions are rooted in ancient architectural archetypes and take their reference from the Neolithic longhouse, the earliest dwellings built in Europe around 6000 BC. It can therefore be called the most traditional new build in today's market. Wunderhaus is a product that benefits from the highest levels of quality, efficiency, and sustainability found in different areas of manufacture. Just as a high-end car, for example, the right combination of the best elements makes it much more than the sum of its parts. This product-based approach is rooted in the original design process and the controlled cutting-edge technology of the factory so that customers know precisely what they are getting. Efficient design, high quality, speedy assembly, and predictable cost. The Wunderhaus team have spent a huge amount of focus in designing a product which is easier to construct in the world of housing development. From the heating system to the flooring, every detail has been scrutinized until the best product found for ease of fitting without scrimping on quality. So for example, the flooring is only 6 millimeters thick. It's a click and lay system, which incorporates the underlay. The new Samsung Climate Hub system, which is the sort of air source heat pump, is again a click and play system which can be put in place with minimal copper piping, which saves a lot on labor. It also comes at a very good price when you own a Wunderhaus license. The paint is also eco-friendly, vegan, and contains no plastic or chemicals. One of the specific types of paints, which is lime-based, even absorbs carbon from the surrounding atmosphere. A high percentage of the exterior and frame is made of recycled material, including the cladding, which is 95% recycled plastic and wood fiber. Comes with a 25-year maintenance-free and non-fade guarantee. No cleaning or treatment required. Just see we've got a few people entering the room now. I'll let them load up. Wunderhaus's architecture is innovative, not because of cleaving to a much-used classic shape, but in the way it reinterprets and optimizes these proportions to suit the present day. The result is an open-plan, double-height living, dining, kitchen, and family room. 7.5-meter gable-style roof meets a triple-glazed elevation and creates a bright open pitch that emphasizes the volume of the room. A home is the most important space in our lives and contributes greatly to our well-being. Wunderhaus is a beautiful, comfortable, and worry-free environment that protects its inhabitants and caters to their needs. It benefits from a controlled climate with a continuous supply of pollen-free air and dust filtration. Here you can see the two living spaces. Firstly, the downstairs kitchen, diner, and lounge with a staircase. Staircase is actually being changed, redesigned for Wunderhaus 2.0, which will incorporate an extra turn at the bottom into the living space and closed treads. You can also see a picture on the left of the upstairs snug mezzanine. The kitchen is the heart of the home. It measures a very sizable 10 meters squared and comes in a handful of different colors to suit the taste of its owner. It features integrated fridge, freezer, and dishwasher, soft closed doors and drawers, instant boiling water tap, induction hob with downdraft extractor, combination microwave, oven, and LED strip lights. The prototype property has a 4-bedroom layout, 2 upstairs and 2 downstairs. The 2 downstairs can be converted into one large bedroom with the removal of the party wall. The 2 bathrooms are located just outside the bedrooms with dual aspect entrance. Both bathrooms have double walk-in showers with rainfall shower heads, which can actually be replaced with a bathtub if required. The vanity units in the Wunderhaus are exclusive to the concept. The team made the trip to the main factory and sat down with the designers to create something ideal for the Wunderhaus ethos, which is simplicity to install and efficiency in use. The current EPC is rated at 101, which is soon to become 120 with some new additional tech being incorporated into Wunderhaus 2.0. As I'm sure you are aware, the EPC for Passive House standard is 92, so this reaches far beyond the standard. The property is carbon negative. You often hear of the new government aims to be carbon neutral, but Wunderhaus takes it a step further once again. The house has been running for over a year now and has proven to be energy positive, meaning it actually makes money through the feed-in tariff, based on a family of 4 using the average amount of electricity and an average UK weather pattern. The photovoltaic panels are actually being designed to double the size for Wunderhaus. Therefore, it will be able to produce even more electricity to sell back to the grid. You may see from the picture there is a Tesla battery system. This stores 13.5 kilowatts of energy and can produce 5.8 kilowatts of output energy. This system could potentially power the house for 3 to 4 days if there were to be a long power cut, as long as you don't constantly run your tumble dryer, that is. The heating system is very unique to Wunderhaus. It works via an air source heat pump, which in turn relays with a mechanical ventilation heat recovery system. The system works 24 hours a day, pumping in filtered air, making it pollen-free and allergy-free. In winter, it pumps 55 degrees Celsius water through the air for heating, which is heated by the solar panels, and in summertime, it runs cool air, creating the cooling effect. In Wunderhaus, all vital infrastructure can be monitored and controlled via mobile phone or tablet at all times and from any location. In this slide and the next, you can see the home screen of the apps controlling your home, which include smoke and CO2 detector, lighting control, battery performance, ventilation, heating, and the EV car charger. Along with various smart tech options, Wunderhaus comes with a variety of aesthetic customizations. For example, the exterior cladding comes in 4 color options, including teak, eep, dark gray, and light gray. Other kinds of customization options can be made in the flooring, where you have over 100 different styles and colors. The wardrobes have lots of different door options. The vanity unit surface, the shower panels, the timber stain on the inside of the structure. You could use different stains, for example. The exterior render can be painted a variety of different colors to your taste. The kitchen doors, and of course, the internal paint colors. The Wunderhaus comes in a variety of configurations, including the 87 square meter single story WBO, up to the WA6, which is 300 square meters of eco-living space. We also have apartments, a WDO configuration, and eco pods coming in the near future. Next is just a short video where it's featured on this morning with Holly and Phil. Once it loads.
Thus, with energy bills soaring, what if you could live in an eco-friendly house that not only saves you money, but makes you money? Well, such a house has been developed. Wunderhaus, the net energy positive home, which could earn you up to £250 a year. Georgina Burnett is at the property this morning. Morning, Georgina. Morning.
Good morning. Yes, I'm in very green East Sussex, and I have to tell you, I'm incredibly excited about this because I'm going to show you around this a very modern looking eco home, which of course at the moment is at the forefront of everyone's minds with soaring energy bills. But you know what? This is no ordinary home because this is the first off-the-shelf eco home, energy positive home, in fact, in the UK that can actually earn you money. So let me talk about some of the features out here. First of all, this cladding, maintenance free, up to 95% of recycled materials, so that's plastic bottles, wood fibre. It's also 100% recyclable. Now, the solar panels usually pretty ugly, but these ones are virtually invisible. They're embedded into the roof. They're only 3 millimeters thick. We'll talk more about that later on. Of course, there is an electric charging point for the vehicle around the side. But let's come and have a look around here. Beautiful day for sunning yourself on the veranda. Now, inside is very similar to kind of any modern build I've been in before. Feels very homely. But what makes this so special is that you have incredible insulation. You've also got triple glazing. Look at the thickness of these here, heavy doors. And you need that because you have got a lot of glass letting all this lovely sunlight in. But you also have an air source heat pump. Now, that gives you your hot water for consuming, but also for heating the home. But it also cools it down in the summertime as well. So a beautiful home in itself, but with all these features as well. And does feel, like I said, feels quite homely still. Now, enough from me, because I'm going to talk to you, talk to Nico, who created this. So, Nico, tell me, how much would this set me back?
Hello, Georgina. Well, we have from 2-bedroom models to 8-bedroom houses, and this one is a 4-bedroom house with 166 square meter, and it will cost £340,000.
So that's, you have to factor in the labour though, don't you, and the planning and the land on top of that as well?
Well, no, the labour is included. It is only the land and the services that you might require, like water and electricity, that are on top of that. Everything else is included.
So we talk about it being energy positive. What exactly does that mean?
Well, energy positive means that net over the year, on the assumption that if you have a 4-person average UK household in an average UK weather pattern year, it will make you more money than you need. Basically, it produces more energy than you consume.
How much money could you earn from it?
On that hypothetical theory, about £250.
So if there was a power cut, how does it fare then as well?
Well, one of the features that we have is a battery that can store 14.3 kilowatt that works in conjunction with our solar panels, our PV panels, which are only 3 millimeter thick, and they are coming from Switzerland. They produce 12 kilowatts of solar power, and that solar power can either go in the air source heat pump and warm the water, or it can store the energy in the battery so that it can be used later, or if both of those parts are already satisfied, it can feed the energy back to the grid, and that's where you get the feedback tariff and make the money.
So how long could you go off grid for then?
It depends a little bit how you live in that time, but I would say 2 to 3 days comfortably if you don't use your tumble dryer all the time.
Let's talk about some of these eco features. So the solar panels, I'm blown away by this. Look at that. It's incredible. Tell me a bit about these, because it's unlike anything I've seen before when solar panels are concerned.
Well, obviously, one of the things as an architect and designer was the appearance, and solar panels are doing a very good job, but they normally are very ugly. So to find these PV photovoltaic films was great. We integrate them in a standing seam metal roof, and they're virtually invisible.
So I've got a roof that needs doing. Is it possible for me to retrofit this?
As long as you have either metal roof or installed a metal roof, because these panels come with self-adhesive. They are guaranteed for 25 years, and so you need a metal roof. Yes.
So what about the other eco-friendly features here?
Well, we have an air source heat pump that works in conjunction with mechanical ventilation, and those two features create the hot water, the heating and cooling in summer, so you get comfort cooling as well.
And that basically takes the air from outside and uses it to heat the home?
Well, because you need to achieve a energy performing house, you need to have several factors. One, of course, is very good insulation, but even equally important is airtightness, and that's very difficult to achieve. And once you make a house very airtight, of course, you must make sure that 24/7 you get fresh air. And here this mechanical ventilation filters the air, so it's pollen free and allergic free, and the air inside the house actually is better than on the outside.
So can anyone build one of these?
Well, we have worked hard for the last 2 years in researching and developing a product in form of a house, and it has all the virtues of a product, which means you have certainty of outcome, you have certainty of cost, and you have certainty of performance.
And so technically speaking, if I had the land, how long would it take to build one of these?
Once you have your foundation in, it takes 10 working days for a team. An electrician and so on. All in all, I would say after the 10 days of superstructure installation, maybe another 2.5, 3 months. So in total, maybe 3 to 4 months.
Have you sold any?
Yes, we have signed our first licenses to individuals and developers, and it's very exciting because we haven't actually started marketing yet. That's something we start probably in April.
And what do you think? Is this the future of new builds?
Well, I personally think it has to be. It's our responsibility, I think, for ourselves, for our children, and for future generations. We must address the problem, the climate crisis that we have, the energy crisis. It's our duty, really.
Thank you very much, Nico. Well, is it the future of new builds? I'm certainly incredibly excited by it, and it seems to answer a lot of the questions we've had in the past about eco builds.
Thank you very much. Special house, isn't it? Gorgeous. It is. She's got to find the labs.
I know. I get that, but it's
and get planning permission.
Step forward.
Yeah, absolutely. A massive step forward.
Right, there we go. So just a couple of points on what Georgina did say there. So she said the solar panels are embedded. They're not. They're just stuck on. They're self-adhesive on the back. And she mentioned that the doors, the triple glazing doors, are very thick and heavy. They're actually not that heavy. They're very, very well designed, and they're very easy to open and close. Nico mentioned that this house would cost around 340 grand to build. Unfortunately, material prices have gone up a little bit, so you're looking more around the 360 mark at the moment since that was filmed. So at the moment, Wunderhaus has been featured in the Times newspaper and was named Wow of the Week by an award-winning bathroom design company called Grower, who actually have a few materials in the house, such as the taps. And Wunderhaus has also won the Red Dot Award for Design Concept 2022, which is a very prestigious achievement in the world of design and technology. It is the most internationally recognized label for quality and successful design. It's up there with Ferrari's new concept sports cars, for example. The award invites designers, design studios, companies, and universities to challenge the status quo and present their most exciting design concepts and prototypes to an international panel of design experts. And on the subject of cars, Audi actually made contact with Wunderhaus and asked if they could bring their latest model over to create an article and do a photo shoot in front of the house for some of their marketing, which is super cool. And today, in fact, I had the Self-Build Design magazine contact me and ask if they can also do an article, which is, again, really, really cool. So how can you build a Wunderhaus? Now, this comes down to if you're a developer or self-builder and how bold your appetite for project management is. Firstly, you need to secure a plot of land. As developers and budding self-builders, I'm sure you're aware this is easier said than done, but there are companies out there who specialize on sourcing land. I do also offer an hour of my time to conduct a plot search with my clients, and my contact details on the next slide if you want to know more about that service. So once you have your land, you then need to purchase a license. License fees are around 8.5% of the overall build cost, which at the moment is around 2,200 per square meter. Now, that includes your foundations, the labor, delivery, your site manager, and much, much more. 10% of the license fee is payable before planning. This entitles you to our expertise, drawings, design and access statement, and various other items to go to planning with. You will then send a soil sample off to a Wunderhaus approved structural engineer to test the viability of your plots for the Wunderhaus foundations, which, by the way, could end up only being a 20 centimeter thick raft foundation. So again, saving in cost because the frame is so lightweight. Once planning is achieved, the remaining 90% is payable. This will then entitle you to every single detail required on how to build your Wunderhaus, from when and where to order the materials, how much you should be paying, to the instructions for your builder, if you're not using a Wunderhaus approved building team. This is important as the team has spent over 4 years traveling to different countries, hiring translators in order to get the best price on materials for their licensees. You won't get a better price even if you go direct to the supplier yourself. This just shows how excited the suppliers are with the Wunderhaus concept. You will also have peace of mind from a Wunderhaus representative visitation throughout the build at relevant stages. I should also mention the license fees do drop by 1% for every extra unit on top of the first, up to 30 units, where anything above that will stay the same. Once you have the land, the superstructure can be built and watertight within 15 days with a team of 4 builders and 1 telehandler. Overall, you'll be looking at 3 to 4 months until you have your new dream eco home. You then receive your official Wunderhaus plaque with potentially your name and the date on it, and showing future generations who built the house and when. We can design all that once you're nearer completion. So question time. So we've got a few in the chats. If there are any specification questions, I'm happy to send you guys the Wunderhaus specification brochure. My email is on the screen there. So drop me an email and I will forward that back on to you.